Hey, it's Sally, and in this video we're going to do something pretty exciting in Excel. We're going to make an order form with drop-down selection boxes. So this is going to be really handy if you know if you sell items and you need an order form that people can fill out on their computer and either fax in or email in. It's just super handy. So what I do first is I like to lay out the content that I want on the order form, and then later I will go in and I'll pretty it up. But the first thing, so we want like date, name, email, address, street address, city, state, zip. So there's some basics there. And then we'll just say this is for shirts. Okay, we're gonna have, maybe we'll have people order shirts. So we want to, how about shirt size? And then how about color? And then design. And then you can select quantity if you want. And later on, once you learn some more skills, what you can do is actually set up formulas, like the if-then type formulas. So if you only have certain colors available in certain sizes, you can set that up so as they select, it will limit what they can choose. I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'm just going to do basics with you right now. So, but that is something you can do. I'm going to put these in there. Okay, so then we'll just put some billing information. So again, you want to be really cautious about including credit card numbers in anything, but just for the sake of this, we're going to put it in there because there's some things that that you need to know when you have a credit card form in here. So we'll put like credit card number, we'll do expiration date. And then, let's see, we need the CVC, and then name on card, billing, zip code. Okay, so it's not amazing, but this is all the basic content that we want on our form here. So the next thing I do is I want to format the cells to have certain information in them. So the date, so what we're going to do here is we want this to be a date. So I will click up here and we'll just pick short date. And typically what I do is I will fill this out while I work on it just to make sure that the fields fill out properly. So we'll put that, we'll put email at email.com. Street address 123 Main Street, right? City, state. Now for the zip, if you're on the East Coast or if you have customers on the East Coast, you may know that some zip codes start with a 0, but when they type that in, it drops that 0 off the front. If you know to expect this, it may not be a big problem, but I like to be as accurate as possible. So what we're going to do here is we're going to format this this field. So you can either go up to here to format and then format cells, or you can right click and then select format cells, same deal. So what we're going to do here is click on special, and they have a field just for this. So they have zip code, and as you can see in the sample here, it shows that it's going to show up correctly. If you need the zip code +4, you can include that there, but we just want the zip code. So you're going to click on OK. Boom, it's fixed. Okay, now for the drop down menus. So what we're going to need to do here is we need to make lists. And you can do it on this page if you want, or you can add a new tab. Either way, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to do it right here. I typically don't like to, just because if you adjust information, you could screw up your list. But for this case, just to make it easy to see, I'm going to do it right here. So what I like to do is I am going to do this. I should have done transpose, but I'm just going to pop these in here. So there we go. So what we need to do here is we're going to make lists. So we want to start smallest to largest, or whatever order you want it in. It's a little difficult to adjust this data once you've created it, because what we're going to do is we're going to list out the options here, and then we're going to select them, and we're going to name these selections. So if you need to add to this list, we've got to do so pretty carefully. That's why I typically like to do it in another sheet, but we'll just do it here. So extra small, small, oops, not shirt size, small, medium, large, X large, 2XL. We'll just stop there. Color, so maybe we want to offer black, white, blue, red. Maybe we want these in alphabetical order, so I'm just going to select them, go to data, boom, continue. There we go. Design. So we'll just do logo 1, logo 2, logo 3, and quantity, do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just go up to 10. Okay, so this may not exactly make sense, but you get the gist of what we're doing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select this and go up here to this field here, and we're going to name it. So I'm going to name it shirt size. So all one word, same deal there, and just press enter. So now this area is named shirt size. So if I go anywhere, if I want to find out what I've got selected there, I can just click there. Boom, there's shirt size. So same for color. Again, color, design, and then quantity. There we go. So we have our drop-down boxes, or our content for our drop-down boxes. So now to go ahead and insert those drop-down boxes. So this is where it gets a little weird, but it's totally exciting once you know how to do this. So first thing we're going to do is we want to make a drop-down box for our shirt sizes. So we're going to go up here to data validation. Okay, it sounds kind of weird, but that's where you go. So in settings, we want to change this to list. And then for the source, so here ignore blank, so that's cool. And then in cell dropdown, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So here's where it comes in handy that we just named these sections. So we're going to call it shirt size. And then you can click here on input message. So if you want to put a certain message in there, you can do that here. If you want an error alert, you can set that up here. So you can leave warnings, or if they leave, if it's a required field, that's where you can set that up there. So we're going to just click OK. And there we go. Shoot. Okay. We're going to do equals shirt size. There we go. So you need the equals sign there. So there's our drop down. So same for color. We'll go up to data validation. I will do it right this time. Click on list, leave that as is, equals color. So make sure I capitalized it, so make sure that you capitalize it if that's what you do. So there we go. Design, same deal. Data validation. It can be a little bit tedious, but this, it saves so much time, and then you don't have to read people's terrible handwriting. I really prefer doing it this way. So equals quantity. There we go. So we have all of our drop downs here. So those work. And typically I like to make these a different color. So we'll do that on the home tab here. So maybe we'll do them just like a faint color, just so people know there's you know, something to do here. Maybe we could put like a border around it, something like that. You know, maybe we want all borders, and then we can do like a, you know, there we go. So okay, so we have our drop downs. That's really cool. And then people think you're pretty cool if you can do that. So then now we have the credit card information. So here's where you got to pay attention, because for some reason Excel thinks that important numbers stop at 15, which is cool if you have an American Express. But if you have a Visa, MasterCard, those are 16 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's just a typical credit card number. There's, you know, 4 sets of 4 numbers. So, okay, so this looks totally screwy here, right? Okay, whatever. But now if you pay attention and you look at the number that it actually translates to, the last number should be 4 there, but they drop it off. They drop it to a 0 because only the first 15 digits matter. So what we must do in this field, I'm going to delete this. So initially I thought maybe we could make it, you know, do like a custom, you know, if we format it, you could do the custom number. So you could do, you know, do that, you know, 16 times. That will not work. Okay. So the way to do this is we have to set it as text. And you may get an error message that, you know, hey, you're putting a number in a text field, but that's how you got to do it. So we'll try this one more time. There we go. And there is our warning, number stored as text. That's perfect. That's how we want it. Expiration date, again, we want to set this as, actually we want to customize this. So we want to select date. So we just want month and year. So maybe we want to, let's see. Okay, so we want just month and year, so we're going to click March 12, because looking at the example here, March in 2012 is the example. So we'll click OK. CVC, that's just a regular number. Name on card, that's regular text. Zip code, again, we want to go up to Format, Special, and then Zip code. Okay, so we'll put, so it's January of 2016. So there we go, that works fine. 1, 2, 3, name, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. So if you want to format these either left, right, middle, whatever looks best, you can do that. And you may want to move these fields over. Just be really cautious about how you handle these, because you named these sections here. So so you can add some columns here if you want. Just make sure that these are still named as you selected them. And then typically what I will do is I will hide any of this information here. They don't need to see this here. So I'll just right click and hide. And there you go. So you have your order form right here. It's looks great. You can have it printed out. It's totally legible, and just a really handy way to do it. And it's cool having the drop downs, because that way you don't have to have a separate list of what the options are. They can access it right here. So realize, okay, these are the sizes available, colors, and so on. So I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comment section. I do read it. And have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in.